It's Thursday, February 6th, and time for your Barbados Today Morning News Update. Government will be scaling back on plans to open a second 24-hour polyclinic. Health Minister Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Bostic says after nearly a year of trying to set up the 24-hour service at the David Thompson Health and Social Services Complex, his ministry realized it was not logistically possible at this time. However, he says come July, the health facility will be opened for extended hours on a daily basis as well as on the weekend.
We have taken the decision, and Cabinet has agreed, that from the 1st of July, that the operating hours at the David Thompson Social Services Complex will be extended to 8:30 at night, Monday to Friday, and that we are contemplating extending those hours further to Saturday and Sunday because the polyclinic is closed on those days at present. Polyclinic would normally close at an earlier time during the week.
In an interview with Barbados Today, Minister Bostic explained some of the reasons for the change in plans.
We're doing so because for two reasons. One, transportation is vital to the utilization of the facility, especially cross-country travel. People coming from St. Joseph, St. Andrew, St. George to be able to use the facility. And until we have the bus situation under control, it is prudent to do so rather than to go the full 24 hours.
Okay.
Right? And the other part of that has to do with trying to ensure that we have the diagnostic capacity at the polyclinic before we actually commence the 24 hours so that people don't have to leave there to go down to Bridgetown to be able to get their diagnostics.
The last in, first out method used to retrench workers in the public sector could soon become a thing of the past. The indication from Prime Minister Mia Mottley, who disclosed that a new policy was also being developed to introduce up to 7 lieu days for public servants. Answering questions at Wednesday's Barbados Chamber of Commerce and Industry luncheon held at the Hilton Resort, the Prime Minister explained that her administration was currently working on putting a performance evaluation system in place.
So we knew that we would have to go with the union on the last in, first out for this time. We are working assiduously to put in performance evaluation, and we're working assiduously to be able to change our relationship with public servants. Public servants, for example, have had to deal with the fact, and Ms. Atkins, the Director General, is in front of me here so she can confirm. If you want to do something for your family, this public service makes you a liar. Because if your mother got to go to the hospital, you either have to take a sick day or a vacation day in order to be able to do it. That's antiquated. And I'm sorry that I think Mrs. Eswick has gone, but she, in the social partnership, and others have been working to allow us to put new rules in place that will allow us to be able to introduce a system of lieu days, up to 7 days where you can go and exchange.
Residents of Arch Hall and Bennett St. Thomas are once again demanding a permanent solution after contending with the fire at the Mangrove Landfill over the past few days. On Wednesday, many told Barbados Today they continued to suffer with respiratory problems and other issues. They also told our Karim Smith that the promised response from healthcare officials never arrived.
After over 3 days of contending with smoke and ash, residents of Bennett's and nearby Arch Hall and St. Thomas say they've had enough. And as fire continues to burn at the Mangrove Landfill just over the hill, they say they feel neglected by health officials who have failed to come to even inquire about their well-being, and authorities who have failed to come up with a permanent solution to the constant burning.
Last time, the Minister of the Environment said doctors were coming through here The only doctors I saw was Dr. Boobies flying up on the wires. No medical personnel came through here to check on the people. None whatsoever. But none in passed through here. And I say bluntly, none has passed through. None in come through this time either. So it's a waste of time listening to these brothers saying they can send medical help and all sorts of nonsense. Just pray that it will survive. Don't wait on these brothers to do anything for you.
How has it been affecting you this time around?
Very badly, because this is 2 nights now. We had some sleepless nights, you know what I mean? A lot of itchy throat and so on.
What would you like to see done once and for all, if something could be done?
What can be done? You know what I'm saying? I think hardly anything could be done. You got to remove all the terrace out there that was stockpiled out there for the past X amount of years. Yeah? Because as long as the terrace stay up there, you're going to have another fire igniting again, and it starts again. Because I think it was last year, we had a fire there with the terrace. This is another year.
We weren't able to open the windows. The house has been closed up now for the past 2 or 3 days. During the day, you have to leave home just so that it doesn't affect us. With my son now, he is 18 months, so I have to be careful with him because he has the potential to get asthma at any time. So I have to be very careful with him and the smoke, and it has been affecting us. We suffer with sinuses also, so we're not able to open, go outside, move around as we normally do.
What would you like to see done once and for all?
Once and for all, I would like them, as they say last night in the news, they're getting some machine to cut up the tires. So they could get the machine quick and cut up the tires and avoid this every minute catching a fire. And that's it.
It eased up for now, because day 1 and day 2 was very bad. You could see it from all the way, all in one rains, all that stuff, and you come in from town, from a village, especially people that's asthmatic and stuff. And it's got sinus, you know what I mean? So it really got me very blocked up and stuff. Sometimes got shut the windows and all that. They can't wash clothes on them properly because it's very inappropriate. Because the cell knows that they will get under control. But all no, we still ain't really seeing the improvement or nothing so.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
It's Festive Friday at the Bridgetown Night Market at Pelican Craft Center. Kick off the weekend this Friday from 4 p.m. to midnight with loads of food, drinks, and entertainment. Get ready for Crop Over with the Rhythm Roots Street Parade. Party like it's Kadooman Day on the street around Pelican Village with costume reveler, music, and more. It's Festive Friday. It's Festive Friday at the Bridgetown Night Market at Pelican Village Center from 4 p.m. to midnight. Admission free.
We continue with news out of Guyana. Sugar workers and the union are agitating for a hike in salaries, and they have taken to the streets in protest, even going as far as to ask President David Granger to intervene. We get more in this report from Capital News.
General Secretary of Govt Paul Narine said the union wrote to the president on the matter and he responded, but he wants the president to take it a step further and give an increase to the sugar workers.
Consistently, we had been in defense of our members. And I said earlier that it is not now we are raising this matter with the president. This matter is in his lap a long time ago. He has our petition. He wrote to us and he said he acknowledged. We appreciate that. He said that, look, I have passed it to Gaisuku and I'm waiting on an answer. We have information that Gaisuku made 2 proposals, or they responded 2 times. And we write him back and we said that, look, we are reliably informed that Gaisuku has responded. He did not say no. He writes us back and he said that he has now passed the petition to Minister Holder, and we will hear from Minister Holder.
And finally, more passengers aboard the quarantined cruise ship of Japan have tested positive for the coronavirus. That development in this report from Reuters TV.
A cruise ship in Japan carrying nearly 4,000 people has found cases of the coronavirus. Several people have already tested positive, but the number could still rise as hundreds await their results. Healthy passengers are now in quarantine on the ship and will have to stay on for 14 days. Sick passengers, meanwhile, were taken to a medical facility by the Japanese Coast Guard. News of the outbreak is spreading fast across the world. At its epicenter in Wuhan, local media have said buildings like an exhibition center and a gym are being transformed into makeshift hospitals. It comes as the death toll nears 500, while around 25,000 people have been infected. Video obtained by Reuters showed hospitals in Wuhan at maximum capacity. Long lines of people were waiting outside a local hospital. Inside, meanwhile, the eyewitness video showed a crowded waiting room as the fast-spreading outbreak shows no signs of slowing, spreading to every region of China.
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit us at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM.